Hi, Berlin.
And Nisha.
And you're watching
BTS MVP.
Welcome to another episode of BTS MVP, where we choose our favorite moments and our favorite member from each of their biggest hits. But first, let's find out what is the snack of the day.
So our new snack of the day segment will be us picking foods that we eat often enough to say that we know the food, and picking which BTS member we think would enjoy it the most.
That's right.
Today's food, cinnamon buns. So, my rating is already 10 out of 10. I've had these before. They're delicious.
Thank you.
They're a little sugary. I gotta tell you, they have some sweetness. They got a little kick.
I feel like BTS does not eat a lot of sweet stuff.
No.
Except for one particular member. So I'm going to recommend these. What?
3, 2, 1. Jungkook.
Nice.
So proud of us. I think he's the only one who really likes sweet desserts that are just sort of plain.
Actually,
you know?
I know for a fact that RM has a very strong sweet tooth.
But I feel like it's for like expensive things.
Maybe. I don't see him eating things like chocolates or donuts or things like that. Absolutely delicious. Surprisingly easy to make at home. Mm-hmm. Highly recommended. If BTS came over to our house for dinner, I guess, but this is really a brunch kind of food.
If Jungkook came over for brunch, we would have mimosas. What are these called? Cinnamon rolls. Let's talk about the song of the day.
Okay.
Get it.
Today's song is Disease, and it is from the album B, which I have to say holds a very special place in my heart.
It's a good album. I think it's, our sort of ARMY album.
I guess so. Like right around the time that we were becoming ARMY is right when B was released.
It's hefty. I'm sorry. My hands are shaking. This is a workout.
I know. This package is like so much in there. Someday we'll do an unboxing and it'll take 3 hours. All right. Disease.
Disease.
Part of the whole theme of B, which is dealing with the coronavirus shutdown and helping people heal, and also them thinking about what does it mean to be a singer who can't perform in this time. I really like it.
I like it. I think that Disease itself is a song about like really working hard.
I think it's definitely true that BTS are very hard workers.
BTS are very hard workers.
That's right. All right, we have the same MVP this week. What is happening?
Look at us go. We're best friends.
We are, really rolling.
We're chingus.
That's right. But I think we have no honorable mentions in common.
I almost went full rap line. Okay. The vocal line is hanging on by a single thread.
I almost went full rap line, but then I was like...
Anybody from the vocal line is happy to be here, okay? If they say one bad thing, they're gonna get cut.
All right. Tell me one of your honorable mentions.
My first honorable mention is RM.
Nice.
I love RM. I love his wordplay.
Yeah, me too.
I love his use of English.
Absolute sucker for an RM rap.
Absolutely. So, starting off, he's got a couple really meaningful lines.
Yes.
He starts off his rap with like, even our hearts need vacation.
I know.
And I'm like, you're right. When is my heart vacation? RM, are you coming?
그냥 일은 일로 해. I'm ill, 그래 내가 ill 그 자체 심이란 친구. Oh, I never liked him. 얼마를 벌어야 행복하겠니? 유리 같은 병이 때리지니 뭐.
Anyways, now talking just about like the way things sound during his rap. I really like that he is.
Wait.
Okay, fine. I was gonna mention that because I like the way it sounds.
I'm ill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I like the emphasis he puts on the words, and I know it's like 4 different puns.
Yeah.
And I don't understand any of them.
Yeah.
How attractive.
He has like such a legendary line in this song where he says,
I'm
ill. Which is like, I mean, it's just the tiniest little thing. It's like 2 words.
Exactly.
With 4 different puns inside.
I'm head empty.
Because it has 2 meanings in English. Ill meaning sick, and ill meaning like super cool or super awesome. But
Do people really say that?
I think it's sort of a rapper thing to
Okay.
say. Yeah. And then the sound of the word eel is almost like two different Korean words. One which means number one, like he is the best, and one that means to work. So he is all these things together.
He's cool. He's sick. He's working, and he's number one.
That's right.
Head
It's
empty.
amazing.
Goes
That's
over my head
absolutely
every single
amazing.
time.
Yeah.
I'm like, Disease is such a banger, and they're like, it's actually a work of genius, and I'm
That's
like, wow, that's nice.
It is a banger though. Like that's the thing, right?
Yes.
He's doing all this stuff, and then you just want to kind of get down.
But then he's also like comments on society.
That's right.
And I'm like, wow.
I don't know.
Anyway.
That's BTS in a nutshell, right? Yeah.
모든 게 세상인지 낮이 헷갈려 안경을 벗어도 어둠은 안 흐릿해져 이 시간 뒤에 어떤 라벨이 붙건 우리 그게 전부 너 그 발이 너
His other line that I really liked was, the dark doesn't even blur when I take off my glasses. Which is like, I have glasses.
Deep.
I'm kidding.
Taking disease at its most surface level.
I'm a simple woman.
That's what
I'm
we
a
do
simple
here.
woman. And my last favorite line
Sure.
is the very, very end where he goes, you're, you. And I like that part because it's very repetitive of the same syllable, but also because it overlaps with Suga's rap a little bit.
Oh, nice.
Like he's
The
just
blending
starting
together,
and then
yeah.
RM's just ending, and it's like almost too busy, but it sounds nice still.
It does sound nice, and on that note,
Tell me about Suga.
one of my honorable mentions is going to Suga, and I'm surprised actually at who I chose for an honorable mention in this song. The MVP was never in doubt.
No.
But the honorable mentions could have gone
To anybody,
direction
really.
in this song. Yeah, it's one of those songs where everybody kind of stands out and has an excellent part and does an
Including
amazing job.
the vocal line, even though I gave him a little bit of hate at the beginning.
That is true. That is true. The vocal line were all amazing. But when I think about what are my favorite moments of this song, that's what decided the honorable mentions for me. And one of them for me is Suga's rap. And it's mostly about the sound of it. Like,
I know, it's like fast and he's just
Yeah.
saying every single word like as is, but at the same time, it's like the song works around his rap. He's not putting the rap into the song's like melding around his rap, which was so cool.
that is exactly accurate. Very nicely said. I mean, he almost doesn't breathe through the whole
I
thing.
know. The
And-
lung capacity.
Yeah.
Sir, you should climb Everest.
I don't think he's interested. Anyway, not only does he have this amazing rap, it's also full of things to think about.
I know.
Like, oh
I
my
can't think
God.
about other things. I'm head empty.
love what he says. Like, both he and RM mentioned this line, is the world sick or is it me who's sick? But Suga takes it even farther to say that sometimes it's easier for me to change than for the world to change, which is both kind of sad, but also kind of true. More honorable mentions.
More
What else you got?
honorable mentions. I have Jin.
Nice.
Really, there's only one thing that made Jin stand out in this song.
All right,
He
what
has
is it?
mostly the same parts as the vocal line.
Yeah.
And I found that this song was divided pretty good between the vocal line.
Very evenly, yes.
Yes. But Jin gets the highest note on the entire B album, which is something I must speak out loud every single time we hear this song.
Seriously, she's not joking. Every time we hear this song, in any context, I have to hear about how Jin has the highest note in the song.
The highest note in the album. The
Highest note.
entire B album goes to Jin in this very song. And it's just a background moment. After the bridge, Jimin has a line. After his
I will
high
never
note.
fade away. That
Yeah,
part.
after the I Will Never Fade Away, Jimin keeps singing the
Yeah.
next chorus,
Yeah.
right? In the background, you can hear Jin screaming his heart out. And they're just ignoring it.
So true. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm in awe.
영원한 밤은 없어 난 강해졌어 불꽃이 터져 I will never fade away Everything that we don't
the number of times that Jin has done crazy highlight vocals that
And
are
they
just,
just
they're
put it in
just
the background.
casually there in the background.
Dionysus.
It's so wrong. Like, please.
I would like a whole song of just
too.
him
Me too.
screaming.
Yeah, just scream. Just go
scream.
ham.
Go ham.
Heavy metal hard rock song from Jin Wen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, would listen.
That's what his mixtape's gonna be. He's working on it.
Soft ballads and heavy metal. My other honorable mention is going to go to Jungkook, which I'm actually really surprised about. But when I didn't really associate him very strongly with this song in any way. But then when I listened to it, always when we're preparing for this episode, I listened to it a few times. All of my favorite parts are Jungkook parts. And I was like, wait a minute. Oh, that was Jungkook? And then I was like, I love his part. Oh, that was also Jungkook.
Jungkook's parts are the same as the vocal lines parts, except for the bridge part.
Same here, and I really thought most of the bridge part was Jimin's, but it turns out Jungkook has all of my favorite lines for the bridge.
I really think he stands out in the bridge.
Same here. So the part where he sings "Sick and Tired" is absolutely my favorite moment in this song.
Such a change, right? Like, a lot of the time, the bridge in the song is sort of the change in the melody.
Yeah.
But, like, Disease sort of takes it to a different level, I feel like.
It's true. The bridge
It's almost like a second song, but it melds so well.
It really does. Okay, and so I love that part of the bridge. He also gets the part that goes, walk it, walk it, walk it, which I love so much.
That was charming.
Okay,
Please clip that and post it to your social media. Walk it, walk it, walk it.
Who is the MVP of Disease, as if the world doesn't already know?
Can you guess? It's J-Hope.
It's J-Hope, for sure. Not only was this his song,
It was his love baby.
he was the one who brought it to BTS. He has so much great stuff going on.
So
in
much
this song.
groove,
Oh my
so much
God.
style.
Like, we were just talking about how this song works really well as a free vibes kind of song.
Because-
And that's because of J-Hope.
Like, he is the free vibe.
Oh my God, right?
He's creating the vibes for the whole song.
Yeah, I
it's
know.
incredible.
He's amazing on
So he starts the song, right? Like, the first thing you hear is J-Hope humming along.
뭔가 놓친 듯해 커피 한 모금으로 불안함을 했어 안 흔들린 스트레스 내게 갑자기 다가온 불편한 행복
I like the fact that this song starts with almost like a storytelling
It's
situation.
nice. It's
Yeah, like he's introducing us to his day and he's talking about the basic stuff that he's doing. Well, all the time something just doesn't feel right. And
안 흔들린 스트레스 내게 갑자기 다가온 불편한 행복 24 hours 시간 참 많아 하루 종일 잠자대고 지금 no problem 못 부서져라 뭐 해야 할 것 같은데 만약 삼시 세끼다 먹는 나라 새끼
First of all, it sounds incredible.
it really does.
Just auditorially.
Yeah, well, I find J-Hope's raps always do.
Always
But
sound
this
incredible.
one, I really loved the blend of English and Korean. I don't know if he specifically chose that to make it more appealing to the international audience.
Yes,
because
B
this-
was sort of like their international
Yes.
album.
And this is a song about the whole world being
Yes.
shut down, right? Or if it just sort of came naturally to him. But the way the words are jumbled together in two different languages.
But it all sounds right.
Sounds-
Like it
yeah.
flows effortlessly.
Like, that's amazing.
It's impressive.
I'm very impressed and very cool to listen to. It means you can listen to it over and over and over again and pick out new things every time.
Yes.
Like, it took me a long time to really hear every little sound that he was saying, and even now, I just really like listening to this song.
내 죄죄 내 자신을 몰아뜯는 야야야야 손도 딱딱딱딱 외쳐봐도 손과의 momentum back now Earth into my dang down if I fail 계속 내 성동아 줄을 타 불안전해 이거 병 물리적인 건 지가 미치는 style
And then I really like in his rap when he says, every day do my thing, except he uses it sort of slangy. So it's like thang and every day. I love it when BTS, especially J-Hope, uses like English slang. I think it just makes it better.
Yeah. No,
Like somehow his pronunciation of English slang is better than mine.
there's something about J-Hope that is just cool. Like,
Effortlessly.
yeah.
He's the effortlessly cool kid in your class.
He's putting together like outfits that are insane.
Exactly.
And yet so cool. And just the way he like moves on stage, even if he's just
Exactly.
like walking around, so cool.
He's got the cool vibe.
There's something, yeah. And so yeah, when he like raps like this,
Built different.
he's so cool. All right, what else do we like about J-Hope and Disease? There's one other big thing that we love about J-Hope.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
The
Dong, 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 dong.
Every day 나를 위로해 나 똑같은 사람이야 ain't so special Ain't me keep on to step 분하게 모두 치료해보자고 나의
Yeah, when he goes disease, but then sort of stutters at the D
Agreed.
purposely. Yeah, it's
So
good. It's
cool.
surprisingly rhythmic. You know.
Yep. And like now I know 5 Korean words and byong is one of them.
Do you know fear?
I don't.
It's like gyong or something.
Yeah,
it's like the
that's-
same end syllable.
It's the other thing to say. But yeah, no, I didn't
Throw
get
away
that.
fear.
That's right.
Fear.
Fear.
Wow, we should make an English cover. We'd be so good. Hold on.
If you were to make an English cover of a BTS song, which one would you choose? I wouldn't choose this one.
I'd probably choose Euphoria because people have done it so much, right? It already has a melody with the words that fit. I wouldn't want to rework the words to fit the melody again because that would be too much effort.
Oh, really? I think that's the appeal. Like that's the creative part.
So
of
much
it,
work.
Is reworking the lyrics.
Maybe Boys
into
Love
English.
because there's not a lot of Korean. I'd choose Dynamite to do an English cover of.
Fun facts about Disease.
You okay?
First of all, it's written out as DIS-EASE so that the pun of the name is emphasized. Not only is it about like illness, but it's about feeling ill at ease. And so they emphasize that in the title, which is kind of cool. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really cool that they can like make the English language title like complicated pun. And I don't know.
I actually like it when the titles in Korean and English are different for a song.
It adds like sort of an extra meaning, like 2 different dimensions. And then Disease has been performed live a couple of times. One at Suwuzu, which was the 6th Muster concert. And also they performed it at all of the Permission to Dance on Stage concerts. I'm glad that they included it. And I wonder if they would have included it, except for the fact that ARMY requested it. So in episode 144 of Run BTS, they had done previously an online survey for ARMY where they gathered some information and then they quizzed BTS to see if they could guess what ARMY had answered.
I believe we took that survey.
I took that survey, that's
Wow.
right. I was very proud. Anyway, one of the questions was, which of BTS's B-sides that have never been performed would you like to see performed on stage? And could you guess? And I immediately knew what the number 1 answer was going to be.
Obviously.
And I immediately knew that BTS was not going to
Wait,
get
the
it.
number 1?
Yeah. So Disease, I will tell you,
I feel like there's 2 candidates. for
was number
one.
2 on the list.
I feel like number 1's gonna be
V did come up with Disease. He named Disease.
Louder Than
as an
Bombs.
option.
It's Louder Than Bombs or Paradise. It's one of those 2.
Louder Than Bombs was number 1.
They're never gonna do it on stage.
Yeah, like none, a single member
Could sing
even
it.
mentioned
Nope.
it. No, Jimin did.
Oh, yeah?
As soon as they
Wow.
revealed the answer, Jimin sang
Okay,
a little
Jimin
piece
wants
of it.
to.
But they were shocked. Like they were like,
Louder Than Bombs.
What is
How do
even
they even know
happening?
that song?
RM.
You
said-
released it?
That's what RM said. Do international audiences even like that song? And I was
Everybody
like,
loves it.
Dude, you have no idea, no clue.
Why would it be number 1 if we didn't like the
I
song?
know. And then they still didn't include it in any of their permission.
Maybe they're saving it for the world tour.
I don't
They're
know.
saving it for the world
All
tour.
right, sure.
Stay hopeful, Army.
Okay, can you name the rest of the top 5? Louder Than Bombs was first, Disease was second.
Paradise.
And the other 3. Yes,
This
Paradise
was before
was third.
Sowuzu, right?
It was before Suwuzu, so at the time they had never performed Disease, but they still have never performed Paradise.
Telepathy?
Telepathy was number 5.
I don't know.
And On was number 4.
Oh, it's not a B-side.
No, I agree. It didn't really qualify
Interesting,
for the
but
question.
you know. So I think a lot of people know this, but maybe it doesn't come to mind when you think of Disease. But Jungkook wrote a different bridge for the song and released it.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
That bridge is different, very different. It's
released
sort of
it
got
on
like a
Twitter.
different melody, yeah. And he sings it, all of it, and he actually says the F word.
It's raining again. Tell me something I don't know. This place we make it easy. That it'll come so early. Make it boring, and there's nothing further. Once more we're feeling cold. You start breathing and take form from top. Oh, darkness with the voice. The door is bad before, and the night is long. I know you like we'll drive me back once more. For me, so what have I to feel? For nothing rather than him that can roll it that is hell.
Was it the tune that he was promoting as the alternate bridge, or the words, or both?
Both maybe, or maybe they would have reworked the words to include
maybe.
some more Korean and some
maybe.
other stuff.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Interesting. It's interesting to me that he released it. Like, I think it's very interesting, and with the whole B album, they really invited people in to see their process, and there's all these
Which is so
lives
cool.
and stuff. Yeah, about how they built the album, everything from like songwriting to design to videos, everything.
That brings me to my next point.
All right, what is it?
Once on B Live, when they were showing you how they were working on the B
I
album,
forgot about that too.
J-Hope was working on Disease, and it just so happened he didn't plug in his headphones, and he was just playing Disease out loud for everyone to hear. Thankfully, it was only about the first verse and chorus bit.
It was a lot.
It was all sang by J-Hope, though.
It was definitely enough that you could get a feel for the song. Like,
But you can hear J-Hope singing the chorus in that B Live, which is pretty cool.
that is very cool. And then didn't the staff like come to
Yep,
the door?
the staff had to come to the door and be like, hey yo, you're playing the song out loud. And then he was like, oh my god. And then he says, oh, and then the S word on V Live. It wasn't his best V Live, you know.
The Beehive is such
a crazy place. I can't believe
it's so gold. You
they
know?
let
The
them go
stuff-
live. The
irresponsibility
irresponsibility.
happens there. The bananas things that you find.
The
there.
spoilers.
The spoilers. So many spoilers.
Did the game come out? What game? You know, BTS World. Let's just say the name. Let's just say the name on Be Live. Me, after drinking a bottle of wine, speaking to 60 million people. Can you keep a secret?
I'm gonna tell you this now.
Yeah, don't tell anybody else.
Anyone. MVP for Disease, without question, it is J-Hope.
J-Hope.
My honorable mentions this week are going to Suga and Jungkook.
My honorable mentions are going to Jin and RM.
Nice. Thanks so much for watching. As usual, I will link to all the clips we use as well as some other fun things about Disease in our description below.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notifications. Join the cheerleaders.
That's right. We'll see you next time. This has been
BTS MVP.